Stock carrying months at the end of June 30, 2020 was 8.7 months. Yashovardhan Saboo, Managing Director, KDIL Limited. Q1 this year has been, as expected, severely impacted by the COVID-19 situation and the lockdown that was in place for a significant part of this period. The results that I will share are to be seen in this context and are therefore strictly not comparable with those of other periods. Let me start with the figures on a consolidated basis for the quarter. Consolidated total income for the quarter was Rs 0.53 crores in Q1. Last year in Q1 it was 153 crores. Consolidated gross profit for Q1 FY 2021 was 24.8 crores. This was 68 crores in Q1 previous year. Consolidated EBITDA loss for Q1 FY 2021 was 6.3 crores. This was 17.9 crores positive in Q1 FY 2020. Consolidated loss after tax for Q1 this year stood at 15.6 crores as compared to a profit of 0.1 crores in Q1 last year. You are surely aware that our financials are impacted by the application of Ind AS 116 accounting standard, which impacts EBITDA and PBT to some extent, and our Ind AS 116 adjusted financials are published in the investor presentations, which you may go through if you so wish. I now come to the business-wise updates. Our manufacturing business comprises of watch components, precision engineering and ornamental packaging business. Our manufacturing business revenue was Rs 0.21 crores as compared to 48 crores in the previous year Q1. The revenue share of watch components and precision engineering business for the quarter was about 72.4% and 23.1% respectively. EBITDA loss for Q1 this year was Rs 0.1.3 crores compared to EBITDA profit of 8.2 crores last year. For the same quarter, loss after tax for Q1 this year was 4.8 crores as compared to profit of 2.9 crores in Q1 last year. Revenue from watch components business stood at 15.7 crores in Q1 this year, compared to 35.8 crores in Q1 of FY 2020, and the revenue for precision engineering business stood at 5 crores this year in the quarter as compared to 10.6 crores in Q1 last year. This quarter was severely impacted by COVID-19 lockdown all over the world. Watch manufacturing activity not only in India, but in Switzerland was practically closed, impacting the demand for our watch component business. We commenced operation in all our facilities during May in line with the customer requirements and compliance of the MHA and state government guidelines. However, facilities continued to operate at suboptimal level. After July, gradual recovery is being witnessed in all businesses, and we expect manufacturing operations to touch pre-COVID levels in the coming quarter. We also expect the exit of some weaker competitors from the market both in India and abroad, and therefore new opportunities for us in the medium term. In the prevailing situation of limited travel, cancelled trade fair, and no physical presence to show our new products, we are aggressively reaching to our customers with digital roadshows, which are showcasing our USPs in new range of products. This has been appreciated by the customers and we have received some very exciting and favorable responses, which bode well for the coming periods. We are also implementing several steps to improve productivity and optimize our cost structure to minimize the impact of the pandemic on our profitability. We are hopeful that our government's recent initiative of Atmanirbhar Bharat will provide new opportunities also for our precision engineering business. Many companies have now started on the China Plus One strategy with the move to diversify their supply chains and product inputs. We have witnessed increased inquiries from new markets and segments in the last few months from customers both in India and abroad. About Estima, our Swiss company, the Estima acquisition was intended to expand our footprint in Swiss manufacturing. Although COVID-19 has increased their turnaround time for this business, we are confident that we will achieve great success by replicating the strength and capabilities from our Indian operations and extending the existing strong customer relationships. The Swiss origin regulations will be the catalyst for the revival in growth of Estima. During this quarter, Estima reported a revenue of 540k Swiss franc and a cash profit of 25k Swiss franc, which is a healthy and encouraging signal and validates our strategy and actions for the turnaround of the company. The Swiss government has also provided necessary financial support to the industry during the period of the pandemic, and it has helped in curtailing overheads and costs during this period. I will now discuss our watch retailing business under the subsidiary Ethos. As we all know, retail has been one of the most severely affected sectors during the COVID pandemic, and we have not been insulated in Ethos from this either. All our stores were completely shut in the month of April. As lockdown started easing from the month of May, stores became operational, and at the end of June about 27 stores were functioning. Even the stores that were operational during Q1 were run for limited time with limited staff, social distancing, and other security measures. Hence, our Q1 performance was severely impacted due to this. Even as of today, not all our 47 stores are operating. At least 10 or 12 stores are still non-operational. Our digital platform, however, was running and allowed us to maintain a cash flow with advance bookings and deliveries that commenced after lockdown conditions were eased to allow e-commerce. We consider Q1 as a one of highly exceptional quarter. We are witnessing very encouraging improvement during this quarter with increased footfall in our stores and increased engagement on our digital platforms. We expect things to move up steadily from here. Regarding the financial highlights for Ethos, our billings for quarter 1 FY 2021 stood at 32.2 crores as compared to 118.1 crores in the last year same quarter. The billing for exclusive brands contributed 11.8 crores in this year's quarter 1 compared to 28.6 crores in last year, quarter 1. Same store growth was negative 80% in quarter 1 this year, but as many stores were shut, this number does not hold much relevance. Consolidated total income for Q1 this year stood at 32.8 crores compared to 102.1 crores in Q1 of last year. Consolidated gross profit this year quarter 1 stood at 11.7 crores as compared to 30.5 crores last year Q1. Gross profit margin expanded by 580 basis points year-on-year to 35.7% in Q1 this year, as compared to 29.9% in Q1 last year, and this really points out to the increasingly robust role of our exclusive brands in our portfolio. Consolidated Q1 EBITDA loss this year was 0.8 crores as compared to EBITDA positive of 12.1 crores in Q1 of last year, and consolidated loss after tax Q1 this year stood at 10.8 crores as compared to a marginal profit in Q1 of last year. Our Ethos financials adjusted for Ind AS 116 standards are available on the investor presentation if anybody wants to look at it. The stock carrying months at the end of June 30, 2020 was 8.7 months. As highlighted in our previous earnings call, we have implemented our three-pronged strategy of cost optimizations, store optimizations and digital strategy to tide over this crisis and also prepare Ethos to a new pace of future growth. Negotiating with mall owners, we have been able to obtain waiver or reduce rent for most of our stores. We have also deferred various expenses, which can be delayed in the medium term to conserve cash on a prudent basis. We have closed 3 stores in the first quarter of the year, and further closed 3 more stores, one in Mumbai, one in Navi Mumbai and one in Hyderabad. With this we have taken the total store count to 47. The total build-up area of these 47 stores is 64,118 square feet. I do wish to add that we are opening 4 new stores in the remaining part of the year, which underlines our confidence, which we are maintaining in the future, and a fast recovery in our revenues. Our focus is on opening larger and better stores while closing the smaller, unprofitable or low-growth stores. We continue to invest on marketing through our digital medium. Online billings contributed 53% of our Q1 total billing of this year. This was Rs 17 crores out of billings of 32 crores in this quarter. So out of the total billing of 32 crores, nearly 17 crores came from the digital platform. We have the most advanced digital communication and e-commerce capabilities in the country for any luxury product, and with the change in consumer behavior, we are best positioned to leverage these capabilities and increase our market share substantially. We are confident to get past this crisis and get back on the growth trajectory. Our focus is to continue strengthening our exclusive brand portfolio across varying price points. This will help us to improve margins and continue to allow a differentiated buying experience to the end customer. Our pre-owned watch business, which we had launched recently through the website secondtimezone.com, has also been picking up steadily. We ourselves are in the learning phase for this business, but with our excellent after-sales service backed by strong technicians and a watch expert team, we are very confident to build the pre-owned watch business also into a strong pillar. We can say with confidence that we have passed the worst phase of this crisis. We have learned a great deal from the quarter which has gone by, which has made us wiser and ready for the future challenges. We believe with best consumer experiences backed by a strong digital marketing approach, the trust and authenticity of our retail stores, pan-India presence, we will continue to outperform competition, gain market share and profitability.